Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Wolkify.com. Our topic today will be goal setting. Now there's a lot of misconceptions about this, a lot of mistakes are being made, and this can lead to a lot of disappointment and ultimately failure. But there is a system that can prevent you from all of this, and this is what I'm gonna share with you today in this video. Check it out. So if you are a person who loves to take action, who loves to go out there and just make things happen for yourself, maybe goal setting is not the most favorite thing for you to do. Goal setting can be a little bit dry, but it is very crucial that we know where we are going with the action that we take, right? It is very crucial that we have sort of a roadmap of where we are heading with our determination. And even more important than having goals is having the right goals. If you're going into the wrong direction, you will never reach your destination. The most common thing to do, of course, is to focus on milestones as goals, right? So if you want to lose 20 pounds, you focus on losing the first 5 pounds at the beginning. If you want to grow your business into a successful enterprise, you focus on getting the first 100 clients. But the problem with that is that this is also a little bit outside of your control. Of course, there are some actions that you can take in order to reach those destinations, but it is not entirely up to you if you actually get there and if you get there in time. So there is always an element of luck here, and luck is something outside of your reach, outside of your control. So instead of setting these kind of goals that are not entirely up to you, I recommend setting process-oriented goals. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's take an example here from my life. If I try to grow this YouTube channel, I could say, okay, I want to get to 100 or 1,000 subscribers until the end of the year. And while that is a goal and certainly a milestone to look forward to, it is not something that is entirely up to me, right? Instead of saying this as my goal, it's better to say, I will produce one video every single week until the end of the year. So what I just did here was that I flipped this goal around from something that was outside of my control to something that is entirely up to me. It is important to have these kind of goals that you can follow up on and that you can be responsible for in its entirety. There will always be times where you don't reach your benchmarks, and it is important that you don't beat yourself up for this. It's important that you know that there is always a component of luck. There's always some unforeseen circumstances that have an impact on your actual output and on reaching your milestone goals. Of course, this idea of being process-oriented instead of, let's call it milestone-oriented, is part of a bigger thought concept. It's part of something called Stoicism, where you pretty much say that you focus only on the things that are up to you and you completely let go of things that are outside of your control. If you are no longer focusing on things you have no control over, your life becomes a lot easier, you simplify everything that you go through, and you eventually let go of all the anxiety and all the frustration that constantly comes when you don't reach the goals that you set for yourself, right? So just to briefly sum up here, of course, I'm not against setting goals. I'm for setting the right kind of goals. Set the kind of goals that you're completely in charge of, things that are process-oriented instead of milestone-oriented, and I'm sure you're gonna blow everyone out of the arena because you're gonna be able to focus entirely on yourself. You're gonna be focused on only your work ethic, and that ultimately makes all the differences. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, feel free to subscribe down here, leave a comment or a like. I always appreciate interacting with you guys. And as always, talk to you next time.